This is Switzerland, and my second day on the road on my week-long adventure between Arolla and Trient. We jumped straight into it today, and we climbed to 2,919 meters. Along the way though, we were fortunate enough to see wildlife, play around with some cows, take a quick dip, and shower in freezing glacier water in the end. All this while seeing awesome stuff, of course. My name is Frederick. These are my adventures. Day 2 on our journey, we just started. And unfortunately today it's going to rain. We're heading up to a lake, so it would be nice if you could swim and it was not 11 degrees and raining. Let's see when we get there. First we have to cross a mountain pass that is 2,980 meters or so. Then we'll drop down to 2,200 meters. And that's 2,300 meters. And that's where that lake is. We continued pushing upwards and found some new friends. And up there, see a little animal? This is a marmoth, and they live around here. You can see them everywhere, and you really feel monitored. After a 1,000-meter climb, we finally made it to the top. So this is the side where we just came down. Or sorry, we just got up. We saw literally nothing, like absolutely nothing. But now you can see everything. You have these massive mountains in the background over there, snow everywhere. The glacier is behind us. Unfortunately, as all glaciers, it's slowly disappearing. The only advantage for us is that we can now make it in over to, there's a little hut over there. I don't know if you can see it, it's like Cabana de Dix, I think it's called. So we can have lunch, otherwise we'll have gone the full day without lunch. But first, we made our way down to the glacier. This is the whole glacier. It stops or starts way up there, and then you see how it's melted. And we're now in late August, right? So soon enough it's going to start getting cold here as well. By that time the snow will come back. The Shalen Glacier is a 3-kilometer long glacier, but keep safe here and don't do anything risky. As late as 2015, a British hiker fell into the tour, couldn't be rescued, and unfortunately got swept away. So you should enjoy this place, but from a safe distance, which is what we did. Cabana de Dix is overlooking this whole area on 2,928 meters and have roughly 6,500 annual overnight stays. They offer basic hot food until 2 p.m, but regardless of when you get here, you can always get cold cuts, soups, or a snack. A bed in their dormitory with half board will set you back 87 Swiss francs or $97. If you want, they can also prepare lunch for the day after, and you can bring it in the morning. The further away you go from everything, the cooler places you probably find. We're soon going to get to a lake. I'll tell you more about that lake in a bit. But that lake is a place where you can take a cable car up. And people are going to walk around that cable car, and they're going to enjoy it, and they're going to, think it's beautiful, right? We're going to get that too. Once we're done with this part, which you see behind me, like this whole thing, with the glacier going all the way down here. Once we're done with this whole thing, we're still going to end up in the same place. Whoa. We tried, last year, to do parts of this trail. And the issue with it is that a lot of it is very far up. So you're going to look at 2,500 meters plus, which means the snow doesn't melt until in the middle of the summer, late summer. And what this does is a lot of the trails, even though most of it is fine, you're still going to end up with parts that there's still snow, right? Which is the dangerous part. So last year, my mate here, he fell through snow, he fell down on rocks, and he hurt his back, and then that was it for several weeks. Today's hike is an 18-kilometer hike between Arolla and Cabana de Dix. You'll have 1,550 meters of ascent and 900 meters of descent, with the highest point of 2,919 meters. The hike itself is around 7 hours, but that's hiking time, so any break you take will be added on top of that. That takes me to rating. Overall experience here I see as a 9. This will be one of my go-to places in the future actually, so it's a perfect one-day hike if you want to start in Arolla and go down by the cable car over by the dam. I'll rank it as a 9 for seaworthy. The hike offers incredible views. It's a bit slow in the morning, but once you hit that mountain pass, everything is incredible from there. I would say 7 on physical effort, but to be clear, it's a difficult hike. But most of the ascent is in the morning when you have energy, and the rest of the day is more of a gentle stroll with nice views. You will have a last little climb in the end, but that's right before the hut, so you can start resting right after. Around Lac de Dix, you'll see plenty of mountaintops. These are in general very easy to summit, but do your research before you go there, and feel free to reach out to me in the comment section if you want my insight. If you make it all the way up there, you'll overlook up to 10 glaciers, depending on where you go. If you do this hike, however, in the last mountain pass before Cabana de Dix, turn around and you will get similar views. Make sure that you charge your camera though, because I didn't, and that's why I can't share this with you. We made it to Lac de Dix, which you have in the background right here. You're gonna have this greenish shimmer to it because the sun came out. This lake we have here in the background, it's the largest lake in Switzerland above 2,000 meters. And it also has all the way, if we're gonna turn it around, so you have over there, you have a huge dam. And this dam is the highest dam in Europe. And it's the 5th largest dam in the world, I think. So, but anyway, it's the largest gravity dam, so it has that going for it. The funny thing with this though is that it generates electricity for 400,000 people. So this lake here and the water that came up from that glacier and the glaciers around here that all goes down into this lake generates roughly 4% of the required electricity in Switzerland. And whenever you go anywhere in Switzerland, you're going to see a lot of these. You have a lot of lakes that are just dammed up, or they are there because they're dams, right? But it's a perfect way because all the snow, and we're talking about massive amount of snow in the winter, has to melt, it has to go down, right? So why not just utilize that? We did sneak in a little dip on the way, which I always try to do actually. To be honest, it's amazing, especially when it's this hot outside. But it is cold in the water, so you should be aware, because it could be a shock. People have asked me whether you can swim in these lakes, because apparently in some countries you're not allowed to. In Switzerland, I haven't been able to find any rule against this, but please be aware that this is a dam, so there are turbines here. If you want to swim, do it a bit further away from the dam so you don't get caught in their current. They're just staring at you. I mean, they just stop and stare. And they have huge horns, and you know, seriously, there's nowhere to go. The only place we could go is running down to the water there, or like run up the mountain again. But otherwise, there's like literally nowhere we can go. So we just have to cope with these lovely cows. Okay, so please pass. Go ahead. Okay, off you go. You can take a bus up to Dixon's and take a cable car up all the way to Lac de Dix. This is perfect if you want to take the zipline down, info in the description, but I would totally urge you to actually go from Arolla, like we did. This also enables you to do the hike we did the day after. I will cut that video together and post next week, so please subscribe and keep an eye out. Actually, from now on I'll try to post these videos weekly. Let's talk about Cabana de Dix. You don't stay in that old creepy hut in the background, but the facilities are very basic, as could be expected up here. They do have showers here, but when we were there, these were out of order, giving us the lovely experience of shower under a hose with glacial water.
Guys, I am the cleanest person here.
Also here, you cannot drink the water, so either you have to buy bottled water, or you can ask them to boil and let it cool overnight. If you want to stay here, they offer half board, and this is in a dormitory for 85 Swiss francs or $95 per night. And the advantage of places like this is that they do keep you well fed. If you watch this, please subscribe. I'm currently trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you actually really help me. Thanks a lot. That was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this, and of course, A like or any feedback in the comments are highly appreciated. See you next week. Goodbye.